Y'all, y'all, y'all. I know. Y'all can see the light coming on and everything. It is early, okay? But I will say this: I am, I am right now. Is my mic on? Okay, I had to make sure my mic was on because it'd be trying to play. I feel like I had to do this. I literally am so like in shock by the way that things are going. So before we get too into it, y'all, because I am really about to start like getting into it. I'm very upset right now. I'm very hurt. And more so I'm disappointed in like a lot of people right now. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It is early in the morning. Um I am not pulling out any cards. I am not like I'm not doing a reading. We're not doing that today. Today we are sitting up and we are talking about raw unfiltered feelings because it is getting out of hand. But before I get into it, hold on, y'all. I am Aki. Hello. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. And if you guys are not having a good day, I hope you guys are having, I can at least help you have a better day because that is my job. So I was just on Instagram and I probably shouldn't be on Instagram like this early, whatever. Bro, one of the first things I see is about how in Virginia they are they are setting new laws and rules and all kinds of stuff against trans people. Like, I don't, what is going on? I'm sorry, y'all. What is going on? Like, truly, what is going on? Because we are sitting up and literally getting so riled up. Like, they are straight up arresting teenage kids, like children. And then on top of that, they are bullying these kids, calling them out for being trans just to embarrass them. So bullying. And then on top of that, on top of all of that, they're going to sit up and call these kids parents. And like, let's say this, a lot of these kids, like their parents don't know. A lot of these kids, their parents don't know that they're gay. And it's because of the fact that we as a whole society, cannot accept people for who they are. And let's talk about it because YouTube too, they done irked my nerves. YouTube as well has irked my nerves. They have literally, so like I posted a video and they were talking about how I got a copyright strike on my video because of the fact that I used a song. When I tell you I've edited that song multiple times, they won't even let me like edit it out. Oh, y'all, I am angry right now. We are talking about how things are going. This is a unfiltered raw emotion. We can talk about whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling about how things are going in the world right now. This is what we're talking about. And I'm talking about my copyright strike right now because this irked my nerves too. We They literally would not let me take any action against it. They wouldn't let me change the song. They wouldn't let me do anything. And that video was literally, yes, literally, that video was so important. It had so much information in it. And because they gave me a copyright strike, not that many people got to see it, not that many people got to deal with it. And it's hurting my feelings because it's like, dude, like that message had so much information. It talked about how people could move out of state. It talked about the kind of things people are sending their way. Like, it talked about so much important stuff, and I got a copyright strike on it because of the fact that, like, and they wouldn't even let me do anything about it. I called the little fax number because I told y'all I was doing that. I posted a little short about it and said that I will contact them. I contacted that number, silence, nothing. The contact number doesn't even work. So on top of them doing that, could you give me some advice trying to help me grieve? Oh, yes, girl. Because I am angry right now, but I can definitely be helpful with that. So I had a friend that passed not that long ago. And what I did was really just remembered her for the good times I spent with her. I talked to her. I would talk about her to people in a very high light. And anytime I felt the need to cry, I'd cry. I would cry. I would cry, even though people would be like, "Why are you crying? You don't have to understand why I'm crying. Right now, I'm sad, and ugh, it's making me want to cry now. Like, I'm going through it." So, if people can't accept that, just find the people that will listen to you talk about it. Talk about it. Help yourself feel better about it, and understand that it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel like you didn't do enough. It's okay to feel you wish you had more time. you know. So it's okay. But yeah. But anyways, y'all, the little YouTube fax number didn't even work. Didn't even work. Ah, thank you. Literally, I just woke up and I'm like, I put some lashes on and some lip liner on and called it a day. I was like, I need to get up on here and talk my shit. But we're literally, and I was going to the through the comments of that video about the trans kids getting bullied, and I posted that. I posted a short on it. It's on my channel. I literally just posted it, linked to the original video in the comments if you want to check out the actual video. And these kids are straight up getting bullied. Like they're calling them out for them being trans, having them call their parents, like just straight up bullying kids. Like we're bullying children. You're bullying the future so that there isn't a future. You're hating on what people are trying to do. I literally said in the comments because I was going through to make sure that like maybe there's a bunch of people that agree with how I feel. No, half those people were talking about it's what needed to be done. It's what has to happen. What do you mean it's what has to happen? Like, what do you mean that's what has to happen? You're telling me that these kids have to get bullied, that these kids have to be handcuffed and jailed because they identify as something else? You're telling me that these quote unquote unalienable rights that we as US citizens have are not real? Like, is that what you're trying to tell me? Because that's unjust. That's unfair. You are provoking these children. You are sitting up harassing these children. You are being mean to them. And then you're confused on why so many of us are trying to change shit. Why so many of this younger generation understands that it's fucked. This system is fucked. And we have sat up and dealt with it for so long. Y'all sit up and complain. This older generation says that we don't want to work. Y'all won't hire the young generation. You sit up and say that we're lazy and this, that, and the third. How? How? If you don't even give us the opportunities to grow, if you don't give us the opportunities to do better, if you don't do anything about the real problem, you swear up and down that it's people that are immigrants and Muslim and this and that. No, it's the people that are racist and hate themselves and sit up and blame everybody else for them hating their lives, for them hating themselves. You blame everybody but your fucking selves for how crappy your life is. And then you want to get mad. Get mad when we actually take a stand against it. Get mad when we actually see that there's an issue. Get mad whenever we actually are trying to do better for ourselves. And I hate that. I hate that we literally can't, as a society, see. All we have to do is accept one another. All we have to do is do the work on ourselves. All we have to do is be okay with where we are, and we would be so much happier. We would be so much better. We would not be sitting up stressing. We would not be poor. If you're poor, guess what? Go get another job or find a job that pays you better. Move somewhere where they pay better. If you can't afford certain things, go somewhere where things are cheaper. Go somewhere where the food is cheaper. Go somewhere where the gas is cheaper. Go somewhere where it is cheaper for you if it's more convenient for you. Do what's going to be easier for you rather than sit up and blame everyone else for your life being shitty. That's literally all people are doing. You blame everyone else but yourself for your own demise. And that's why I'm getting annoyed. That's why I'm getting stressed because it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And like, I'm just, more than anything, I'm hurt by the amount of people that like are sitting up and saying that it's everyone else's fault. And it's like, no, let's talk about it too. Let's talk about Mr. Donald Trump, because I'm going to say it. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about him. Because really, like, I don't even think he's that smart enough to like really be evil. I think he's just an idiot who's playing on, literally, he's just an idiot who has the strings pulling him around. That's literally all he does. That's all Trump does. I'm not even trying to be funny. But let's be real. Where did he come from? Does any of the Trump supporters know where Donald Trump even is originally from? He's German. He's German. His parents are German. Isn't he trying to get rid of it? So where if your parents weren't born in the US, you're not a US citizen? Isn't that something that he said? So like technically he's not even a US citizen by his own logic. By his own logic. Like, be so for real. And then hold on, no, because this is really funny to me. Do we fail to forget what he did years ago when he was first elected? He caged children, literally caged Hispanic children and separated them from their families. Do we fail to forget that? And I think it's also crazy because like I'm gonna keep talking in depth. Hold on, y'all. So not only so not only was he caging the children, not only was he caging kids, but he also assaulted women. Like what? And then on top of that, now he's trying to get it so we all don't have to have education past I think 12 to keep us stupid. All the opportunities that kids would have had going to college, that's off the table unless your parents can fucking afford to pay for it. Y'all's talking about how we're going to be how gas is so expensive. Dude, we literally aren't going to have a middle class because he wants to get rid of it. He doesn't even want there to be a middle class. He doesn't want people to be able to be successful. That's why TikTok got shut down. That's why TikTok now, I haven't used TikTok in forever, and it's because I knew it was toxic. Now, people can't even make their finances off of it. They're cutting off the people from other parts of the world. The only content on TikTok that you can see is from the United States. Everything on TikTok is from the United States. Regardless of what you may think, it was posted in the United States. It has some kind of US title in it. Everything else, we are literally cut off from the rest of the world when it comes to when it comes to that app. YouTube, we have the ability to somewhat talk to people around the world. Instagram, same thing, but they still limit the amount of people we can talk to. Like that is literally their thing. They have literally been bought off. The president literally paid what was it? He paid 5 million. This was on the news. This was literally on the news. He literally paid another news channel $5 million to broadcast propaganda more on their channel. Like what? And we failed to even realize that. Half the people that voted, I was listening to that. A lot of the people that voted, they were listening to the propaganda. They were listening to the people talking about the migrants are this and that. Get this free money. Like y'all were hearing free money, cheap gas, and immigrants. That's all you heard. And you were sitting up talking about, oh yeah, like this, and that. And you voted. You voted based on that. That's what I'm saying. Look at all the propaganda. And the people literally will choose to be ignorant and believe it. Like the like the person that's literally the president. That's what I'm saying. He literally bought these people off. Not only that, he has people like the people that he has with him are literally running everything else. Like the Tesla guy, Elon Musk, let's be for real. He's owning cars. So sit here and think about that. Think about what kind of data you can get just off of your phone. Siri, they have it where Siri now is able to learn from apps. This is so they can now target your kind of audience and keep you engaged into the internet. This is exactly how they do it, so that we're sucked in and consumed by the internet. That's why I'm trying to post good shit on here so that we can somewhat try to get something better going. So we can actually do better for ourselves. So we can see that we have an opportunity to get better. But yet people choose to be hateful and sad instead of finding an actual solution to their problem. Like, and it's getting out of hand. Like YouTube, they'll promote the bull crap on YouTube. They'll promote any kind of stupid ish, but they won't promote the stuff that whenever I'm talking about real shit, they won't promote the stuff that when I'm actually trying to do stuff. I literally I called the YouTube fax number to nothing. They did not even answer. The number isn't even working. So let's be real. YouTube doesn't even have a way for you to contact them if something really is an issue. If you can't even get the problem solved, they won't try to fix it. They're not trying to do anything. All YouTube cares about is making the goddamn money. And that's why they sit up and promote dumb shit because that's what sells. They only promote what sells. They're not going to promote stuff that actually needs to be heard. They don't promote stuff that actually needs like people need to hear. And it's hurtful. It's hurtful how many people will choose to live in fear and hatred and sadness rather than seeing where their life could truly go and what kind of things they could do. Like everything that I talk about is not to try to demean someone or make someone feel crappy about who they are. Everything that I'm saying is so people can get better, so people can see that they can get better, so people see that it is okay to be different. It is okay to not be like the norm. I was an ugly duckling when I was a kid. I was the definition of the ugly duckling book. I did not fit in. Everybody made fun of me. I was called out for being gay. I was called out for being weird. I was called out for so much stuff and for being black. And like those were so many things about myself that I literally could not I wasn't allowed to accept. And guess what? As I got older, I realized that this is who I am. And I either have to live with it, accept it, and let other people know that they can accept themselves too, or I fall into the system and let the system control me. Let the system tell me what I should believe. Let the system tell me that I cannot be successful. And that's not factual. It's not factual. It's a lie that we cannot be successful. It's a lie that we can't be happy. It's a lie that we can't have a profitable life. And I hate that so many people sit up and believe that they have to fall into this matrix of life. If you don't want to go to college, don't go to college. If you want to go out and be a music star, start writing music. Like, be so for real. Be so for real. If we sit up and actually take accountability for the things that we do, if we take accountability for the love that we can express, if we take accountability for the part that we had to do in a society to actually make this flow, if we took accountability for our own wrongdoings, then guess what? We would be fine. But no, people don't want to take accountability. People want to blame everybody else but themselves for what their life is like. I'm trying to see what this person said. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Mm. uh, And that's no, like, dude, y'all don't understand. Like, I literally used to get bullied for every single part of who I was. And it's because people saw that I was going to be able to try to make a change. I was going to be able to speak up and I was not going to give up. That's exactly why people tried to beat me down when I was younger. That's exactly why people are trying to beat down this younger generation before they can even get started because they want to protest. They want better for themselves. And we see that it can be better. And I'm not sitting up and saying that it's all the older generation because it's not. It's not all the old generation. And it's not all white people are racist. And it's not all black people are racist. It's not that at all. It's not everybody's homophobic. It's not all certain people. No, it's not that at all. It's the fact that we as a whole cannot accept ourselves. That's it. Accept ourselves. That is the first step is acceptance of ourselves. And people cannot accept who they are. Like, really, dearly, truly, let's be real. If you are gay, accept that. Accept that. Literally accept the fact that you are gay. Accept the fact that you are black. Accept the fact that you are different. Accept that. That is literally what makes us human. That is what makes us human, is us being different, us being unique, us being ourselves. That is literally the definition of what a human being is. We are not some extraterrestrial being that comes down on this planet and and sits up and has to live through the cycle of life just to give birth to kids. You really think that a woman's whole purpose is to give birth to kids? You want to control our ovaries and tell me that I have to now tell you when I'm pregnant? I have to now tell you when I'm on my period. I have to tell you all that kind of stuff. You don't need to know that information. That literally is in the Constitution, that we have certain things that can stay private. Our private matters can stay private. That is literally the Ninth Amendment in the Constitution. That is in the Constitution, which is what the United States is ran on. And that's why they're trying to get rid of the Constitution, so that people don't have anything to base their rights on. So we don't know our rights. And I posted that too. The Constitution, I posted all of it in a simplistic form. I have it copied and pasted on my post. If you don't know them, you need to know your rights. You need to know the Constitution. You need to know what kind of things you are entitled to as a US citizen, what kind of things you are allowed to do, and what kind of things, freedom of speech. You are allowed to say whatever it is you want to say, as long as it is not disturbing the peace and it is not harming anyone else. That is exactly what that says. That does not mean we can't speak out against the president. Yes, we can. We can talk about the president. We could talk about any fucking body. We could literally talk about whatever the fuck we want to do, especially if it's factual. So no, like, I just hate that these people really sit up and try to blame everyone for their own demise. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And honestly, I got on here because I was mad. I was like, Spirit, I need people to see this. I need people to understand that this right here is not okay. It's not okay. The kind of things that we are doing as a whole, like collectively, is ultimately bringing us down. You sit up and say that gas, like, honestly, gas right now is more expensive here than it has been in the last 8 years. In the last, is it? No, in the last 12 years. It has been 12 years ago was the cheapest I have ever seen gas, the cheapest I've ever seen it. But here we are. Here we are. And everyone's complaining, talking about it's so expensive, this and that. Dude, it's literally not even that much. That's what I'm saying. People saying that they don't have money, go out and get a different job. You say that this generation is so ungrateful, da da da. No, this older generation, a lot of them accept what you're given. You're accepting what you are given rather than moving on and finding something better. You think just because you have loyalty to a company, they're going to be loyal to you? No. The minute that that company goes under, they're going to fucking drop your ass and they don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you. They care about making their money. So go out and live your life, live your passions, live your dreams. Because you making this money right here, yeah, it may be nice, but do you think that you'll probably make way more money doing what you actually love to do? You like to do art, go out and do that shit. Because guess what? You'll probably make fucking money from that shit. You work in your 9 to 5, you're barely making it by being able to pay for your fucking rent. You can't even go out and do your passions because you're sitting up focusing on this 9 to 5. That's why I had to quit my job. I literally quit my job for 4 months because I literally couldn't even start doing my tiered stuff. I couldn't get it up off the ground. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything because I was so consumed by the hamster wheel of life. And I realized that, yeah, I may need a job in order to help me provide for myself. But that's what I'm saying, man. And that's another thing too. I talked about that. Literally, we cannot even get a job. Younger generations can't even get a job. And it's just because of the fact that we're young. How the fuck you expect us to have 12 years of work experience if I literally just graduated high school? Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, be so for real. The only life experience I've even had is literally going to school. You have literally prepared all the children that go to school, you have prepared them for a 9 to 5. That's exactly what you've done. Says my life is complete. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, and that's like part of it. I started working part time. I work a part time job. They keep trying to call me in on my off days, and I'm like, no, I'm not coming in. I have that I need to do on my off days. I am going to be spreading my message, spreading my joy, spreading my love. That's what I do on my off days. I don't sit up and waste it on going out and partying. No, I prioritize the things that I want to do. Yes. Finding a job is impossible in this system. And they want to sit up and say the younger generation's lazy. Younger generation lazy my ass. We're out here content creating. We're sitting up posting shit every single day, multiple times a day. You think that's lazy? And then on top of that, half of them are going to school, getting their education, trying to go get a degree, trying to live by society's rules that are unfair. Like, be so for real. Be so for real. You sit up and say that they are not trying to do for themselves when you're not even trying to do anything for them. This younger generation is literally the backbone of where we will go. They are the backbone. That's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot be mad because other people want to make money too. Like, that's what this younger generation is realizing, that they have to start early in order to even catch up. Let's talk about this too. Trump is trying to raise the fucking age of, what is it, retirement to 85. My grandmother is 84. My great grandmother is 84. That means she would still be working. Motherfucker don't even have a leg. She has dementia and she doesn't even have a leg. You're telling me that now she can't even be retired? Because she, like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Just because you are the president and you're basically on the brink of fucking dementia does not mean that you can sit up and try to say that somebody else has to. Our circumstances are fucked. People eat all the fast food and shit. Fast food literally is poisoning us. I remember I haven't had fast food in forever. I think I go to Wendy's and get me some chili cheese fries every so often, but at McDonald's, I have not went back there. And I have been, every time I have went since just a couple months ago, I started getting sick. Like, my body would bloat, like my face would get huge and swollen. My veins would be popping out, like you can see them, but they would pop out like crazy. My stomach would hurt. I'd have cramps. Like, dude, that's not normal. Food should not make you feel like that. Food should not make you feel like dog shit. If your food is making you feel like crap, that's not how that should work. You should not be feeling like that. But it's convenient because we work a 9 to 5. So we have to go out and get fast food and feed our kids that shit and feed our families that shit. Your OG better man, Gam Gam, I don't think she'd mind too. She'd probably go pop out and rob a bank with her crazy ass. Anyways, but like, That's what I'm saying. We literally have to eat that shit because we don't even have time to go home and cook. We don't have time to do any of that shit. Especially if y'all both have kids, like you don't have time to do that. You have time to go out and grab something quick and come back home so they can go to school and work their 9 to 5 while you go work your 9 to 5. And it is crazy to me because why? Why on earth are we sitting up and blaming everybody for our downbringing rather than ourselves? Like, honestly, my life right now is great. My life right now is great. It has been so good. It has been so lovely to me. And I honestly, I feel blessed. I feel grateful. But to see that I am over here able to be happy and may not be where I want to be, but I'm comfortable. And there's so many other people who can't be. They cannot even be comfortable with themselves. I would rather people come and attack me. Come and attack me. Come after me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. It is not fair. It is not fair that these literal children are getting put into handcuffs. Handcuffs because they want to identify as a man or identify as something different than what they have in their pants. You're telling me that female students would have to go into the boys' restroom? Instead of y'all making a gender neutral bathroom, you want the girls to go into the boys' bathroom and now possibly get fucking assaulted? That's what you want? You want to sit up and embarrass the boy students by calling them by their surname, calling them he him pronouns? You want to sit up and literally, like, I remember this is some crazy ish. Back in 20 something, back when Trump was president, I was still in school and they had us do a little voting thing talking about who do you think will be president. And that right there just showed me that all of these kids are literally educated by their parents, and then their parents are educated by their parents. Racism is a generational thing. It's not it's not because of something traumatic that happened. No, it's because it's taught to them. Children are not fucking born racist. Children are not born angry. They're not born that way. They are not programmed to believe in hatred. They are brought that to their front door and that's beaten into them. So they now believe that. And this younger generation sees that that's fucked. What is the poster? Oh, it's the magician. It's a manifestation thing. Plus, I like black cats. I feel like I give off black cat energy. And they also give protection. Walks, walk in, boy. Exactly. They were literally like I know that if a boy was to walk into the women's restroom, they would not care. Us as women, we understand what it's like to be suppressed. We understand that you are just trying to express who you are. But for men, a lot of the time, they don't see that. They would see that like I ain't even trying to put my business on blast, but I will. There's somebody that I dated, they were trans, and literally that person got bullied, harassed just because they were trans. And you want to know who the first fucking people were to ask them to fuck? The people that were fucking bullying them. Be so fucking for real. The people that will bully the people that are trans are the people that are really closeted and fucking hate themselves. That is a perfect representation of what that is. Literally. You hate yourselves, so you try to make other people hate themselves too. Yet you want to be them. Really, that's what it is. You want to be them. I'll make a podcast. Dude, no, this is why. Like, I need people to make something move, bro. Like, this is why I didn't pull out any cards today. Today, we were just talking about raw, unfiltered feelings. Like, because of this, I want to know what people think. I want to know what people feel. I want to know what the racists think. I want to know what the sexists feel. I want to know what all those people feel. I want to know. Because really, where is your mindset at when it comes to that? Truly, what do you believe? What in your head? You believe that God, because let's talk about that too. You believe that God wants these people that are gay to repent. Okay. Just like that. You want them to repent, huh? So why don't you repent? Why don't you repent? Because you want to know what God does? He accepts everyone in his heart wholeheartedly. Y'all want to sit up these benches? They're making anti-homeless benches. You know who was also homeless? Fucking Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was homeless. He was homeless. Yet y'all want to build and cut holes in the middle of benches. People, there was a bench There were benches all around the world that had Jesus on them. People were calling the police on the benches because they thought it was actual homeless people. No, it's Jesus fucking Christ. Like, says, what made you go so hard? Dude, it's my passion for life, my passion for change. It's me knowing that there is so much better out there for people, and we as a whole can be happy. But we sit up and blame everybody but ourselves for our situation. And like, even I sometimes I fall victim into that. And yeah, but that's like, that's going with the flow. Like, you going with the flow of life, it doesn't allow you to truly grow and to truly allow you to be successful. Like, I try not to go with, like, every day I plan out my days, and I plan them differently, and I plan them so I'm able to have free time. Like, yesterday I had to work on my Valentine's Day basket for my like, I ever my pookie butt. And that was one of the first things I did. I allowed myself to enjoy my morning. And after that, I'd handled business. Instead of us sitting up and being pressed, talking about we don't have enough hours in the day, wake up earlier. Wake up earlier. Make time for the day. Write out a list. Do things that will literally help you make more time in your day. Like, everything that people complain about, there is a solution, and it is always within you. I'm gonna close this out because I have been talking for 30 minutes about how angry I am. Let's all, like, breathe. Y'all. But the main thing that I am getting at is all of the answers that people are seeking are within us at all times. And even though you may not see the answer immediately, even though you may not understand what's trying to be said to you, you always have the answer. Always. Exactly. You got to get your money, yes, but you have to allow you to not flow. Because sometimes if you allow the flow of life to carry you, eventually you will fall into a storm, and you will have to either swim out or sink. And that's like why I say you always have to take control of the reins. If you allow yourself to just flow, then you're not able to take control of the reins. And eventually you'll fall into some shit, and then you'll have to take control, you know? And I don't want nobody to ever be in a predicament where they can never feel like they can get out, because I've been there. I've been in situations where I felt like I could never get out, where I thought I'd have to take my own life. Like, I've been there. I've been there. And so it's not worth it to feel like that. It's not worth for anybody to feel crappy about who they are, where they're going, or how their life may be. Like, it's not fair. But y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here because I've been talking for a hot minute, and I need to go eat because it is early and I haven't even eaten, bruh. I haven't even eaten. But mm-mm-mm. Why don't you agree? Why not? I'm saying, like, I never, like, I've been in those predicaments where I just flowed with life, and then I got into some fuck shit because I chose to flow. I chose to conform to what they wanted me to do rather than me taking the reins of my life. And now that I've taken the reins of my life, I am so much happier. I'm more vibrant. I'm, I look better. Like, I physically look better now that I am even taking control of my life. All I did was speak it into existence, and I'm here. I'm where I wanted to be. And guess what? Every day I'm making steps, small steps, to get where I want to be. But I digress. I digress. I'm about to get up out of here because my stomach is growling and I have not eaten. And I will say this: I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all. I done cried a little bit on the camera. We not gonna talk about it because I do not cry on camera. I think that shit's embarrassing. Anyway, anyways, I hope y'all know that I love y'all so, so much. I want y'all to also know that you have the ability to look at that. It is 10 motherfucking 10, bro. That's my alarm to work out. But you guys have the ability to do the things that you need to do. And thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope all of y'all have a wonderful day, and know that y'all are blessed, and know that if you speak up, you saying one small thing can change so many people's perspective. Just be persistent, speak your truth, be authentic to who you are, and know that who you are as a person was who exactly you were meant to be. And nobody can ever take that away from you. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to get up out of here. I love y'all. Ugh. Mm-mm-mm.